So today we're talking about standard form. The standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are real numbers, and a and b are not both 0. Before the break, we were talking about slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Which is just one form of linear equation. Standard form is another form of linear equation, and using standard form, we can draw quick graphs by using the intercepts. So the x-intercept is the x-coordinate of the point where the line crosses the x-axis. So when we have our coordinate plane, this is the x-axis. This is your y-axis. The y-intercept is the y-coordinate of the point where a line crosses the y-axis. To graph a linear equation in standard form, you can find the x-intercept by substituting 0 for y and solving for x. You can find the y-intercept by substituting 0 for x and solving for y. So let's try a problem now. Oh, I'll go back. So we have to find the x and y intercept for 3x plus 4y equals 8. So first of all, we have to substitute x with 0 to find y, and then substitute y with 0 to find the x-intercept. So I'm setting up. I'm going to rewrite my problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my y-intercept. So to look for my y-intercept, I'm going to substitute x with 0, so 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 8. This means 0 plus 4y equals 8. For 4y equals 8. To solve for y, we divide both sides by 4. This means y equals 2. So this will be my y-intercept. To find my x-intercept, I'm going to substitute y with 0. So 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 8. 3x plus 0 equals 8. 3x equals 8. You can divide both sides by 3. The x-intercept would be 8/3. We need to graph 2x plus 3y equals 12 using intercepts. The first thing we're going to do is find our x and y intercept. So if we substitute x with 0, we find our y-intercept, and if we substitute y with 0, we find our x-intercept. So let's go ahead and do that. Substituting x with 0, 3y equals 12, divide by 3 on both sides. The y-intercept is 4. If we substitute y with 0, means 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 12. 2x equals 12. Divide by 2 on both sides. X is equal to 6. My y-intercept is 4, so I'm going in my y-axis to number 4, 2, 3, 4. My x-intercept is 6, so in my x-axis, I'm going to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to connect our points. This is how we graph using the x and the y intersect. If we have to graph y equals -3, we have to go to the y-axis, -3, and we would graph a horizontal line. If we have to graph y equals 4, we would go to 4 on the y-axis, and again graph a horizontal line. If we have to graph x equals 2, we would go to 2 on the x-axis and graph a vertical line. If we have to graph x equals -3, we would go to -3 on the x-axis and graph a vertical line. So if there's an x equal, it's a vertical line. If you have to write y equals 3/4 x plus 2 in standard form is ax plus by equal to c. So we need to change the format of this equation. That means we need to have the term with the x and the term with the y on the same side of the equal sign. So to get the 3/4 x to the other side, we can subtract 3/4 x. What you do to one side, you do to the other side of the equal sign. -3/4 x plus y equals to 2. When we're writing our equation in standard form, we want to use integers only. In other words, we want to get rid of this fraction. So the only way to do that is to put parentheses all around it and multiply the whole thing times the denominator. 4 times -3 is -12 over 4x. 4 times y is 4y, and 4 times 2 is 8. We can simplify. -12 over 4 is -3x plus 4y equals to 8. And this would be our equation in standard form using integers only.